Good morning guys, it is early in the morning. Today we are leaving at 4 a.m. because we have got a very long ride and we've realized that East Coast has a very early sunrise, which means we start getting burnt super early. So now we're going to be leaving at 4 a.m. We have 110-ish kilometers to cover and we are hoping to stop and recharge our batteries and all around the noon time. But let's head off and hopefully it won't be too hard on us. Batticaloa is a town full of stories, and in this video we explore some of the lesser known things to see and do in this city and share with you how we acquired the skills of storytelling to make it our full-time profession. You guys probably can't see me right now, but we really wanted to show you this beautiful sunrise that's happening here right before we start going inland. Today's ride has been very new to us because this is the first time we've been in pitch black darkness for so long, and it's such a magical experience to ride under the stars like that. It's incredible. We really enjoyed it. And I know I already mentioned that one of the best things about riding so early in the morning is getting to witness so many amazing sunsets and of course the amazing roads, which are quite empty usually. But on East Coast, doing these early morning rides on the East Coast is a completely different ball game because you have intensely beautiful sunrises happening right here, and I'm quite excited for this stretch. And if you look over to your left, you will see the gorgeous East Coast sunrise rising over the green paddy fields of wherever we are right now on the East Coast. Mwah! Beautiful, guys. As beautiful as it is also extremely deadly, and we need to make haste now. Now our batteries are completely over and we are about 7 kilometers away from where we're going to stop for a break, which is Vakarai. And the problem is that it doesn't seem that there are any restaurants or even guest houses near this city, this town. The Shan says we should go in and check anyways, and it's not like we have a choice because the town that we're passing by right now is very small. Hi! And it seems like there's a festival here at this town today. Everyone's dressed up. To be very honest, now I'm getting a bit concerned because it's almost 9 o'clock. It's really hot at this point already on the East Coast. I hope we can find a place to rest and charge up our batteries because they're about 2 kilometers away from Vakarai, and it's a very small town area. I haven't spotted even a small. I haven't even spotted a cyber kade, like a place to get a plain tea. Nothing like that yet.
You go back to the hotel?
Yeah, it will only get hotter. Oh my god, you guys, I can see it. I can see the bridge the shopkeeper told us about, which means the rest house should be close by. I feel a sudden surge of energy. I'm just really excited to get out of the sun. It is not fun to be doing anything past 9 o'clock out in this East Coast heat. No. Oh, I saw Shan turn off to the corner. Uh-oh, here we are. Rose Lagoon Hotel. Okay. Looks promising. They're fully booked. Just for the day even? Like just for a couple of hours? What did you say? Why? What did you say?
There's no one here. Apparently they're getting bookings in the evening.
Can we stay here?
Getting in, does it look like it's packed? There's no one here.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to tell him that we leave at 1:30? Is there nobody else we can speak to? Is there no one else we can speak to? There's nowhere to go. That other, I don't know, at least on maps, the other place is 15 kilometers away. Unless we go to a Portuguese. There's not a fucking person in sight. Did you tell him that we will go by 1?
Yeah, I know.
And what did he say? Why? Yeah, I said the room prices, he said 5,000. I said we'll pay all 5,000 bucks, just let us stay here and charge. He said he'll go in and check Kela. I don't know what, he's making no sense. He said that hotel is closed. And I said, okay, but you have bookings in the evening. Yeah, in the evening they're coming. And I was like, okay, so it's open in the evening, yeah. And I was like, they're like, no, we don't have workers and stuff. I said, we don't need anything, we just need to sit outside. How far away is it?
1.8 km.
I can do 1.8 km. Shall we go and find a cyber card? Then we can eat also. Well, that was a rather unpleasant experience. Kind of seemed like they just didn't want us there.
Huh?
Kind of seemed like they just didn't want us there. What did he say now? That they have a room now? But it's 7,000. They are probably trying to keep a cut for themselves. And that guy, the way he brought him out, it's like he had told him, like, say this. Yeah, because he looked like he wasn't confident. Even when you said okay, he was like, okay. So the most interesting thing just happened, and I think this is one of the best things about travel, as I like to say. So we were riding past that bridge that I was talking about earlier to the Rose Lagoon guest house, and they actually didn't have any rooms for us and were not very helpful. But we called another place that's down this road and they said they were open. So while coming in here, we saw a man working in his garden, and Shehan just stopped and asked him in Sinhala, is the guest house here? And he said yes, and then he came and started speaking to us. And eventually it turns out that he's actually he's a local from the area, but he's lived abroad, now he's moved here. And one thing led to another, and he invited us to stay with him and charge our batteries at his place and just chat and, get to know each other. So now we're actually here and we've been having an amazing time. He's a wonderful gentleman, and we're just out here right off his property, which is a beautiful property, by the way. You have beach access. So we're just going in for a swim now. And I'm still processing what happened. He's such a nice person, and I feel like it's a very cool thing that happens when you just talk to people and just travel by bicycle, I guess. Fun fact, this is the first time on our round trip around Sri Lanka that we're actually getting the chance to get in the water. So I'm very excited. Also, what you see behind me here, this is an island that we came to actually on one of our previous vlogs, and it's a really, really beautiful spot that I'm definitely looking forward to exploring.
Alright, Adrian, thank
Okay.
you so much. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure meeting you. I'm so glad that we
Bumped into you.
bumped into each other. Yeah. And we'll definitely come see you again soon. If we are not too much of trouble. We will bring you chocolates and come. Really, it was our pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you.
take care.
Thank you. Thanks. And the time right now is 4:44. We are heading towards Pasikuda from Vakarai. We've had a lovely afternoon with Adrian, and these are the kind of moments that you really can't even plan or even understand how it happens. He just happened to be there and we met him, and he's a really, really great guy, and we had a lot of amazing things to talk about and many things in common actually, and it was just a wonderful, unique occurrence that I'm very happy that it happened. Let me pass this guy, he's so crazy. So we planned to leave at 3 p.m. We were ready to, however it started pouring, absolutely storming down. so we decided to wait in. It stopped, but I am fully geared up in my rain gear, as you can see. We got a nice, good, almost full charge on both bikes. We should be able to ride on full electric and get there very, very soon. Our stay in Pasikuda was at none other than the iconic Maalu resort by Thema Collections. If you'd like to learn more about this property, make sure you check out our detailed vlog right here. And we have arrived at our destination from this ride, which is Maalu resort here in Pasikuda. That was a very long ride, and it was not as tiring as some of our other rides where we rode without electric quite a few times. Even though we did use electric for most of this ride, just the riding time elapsed over a whole day, and that does really tire you out even though you don't realize it. So I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to have this beautiful beachfront private dinner organized for us by Maalu, and actually Pasikuda is one of my favorite beaches on the island, so I'm excited to enjoy this, and I'm excited to sleep in tomorrow and rest a bit. And it is finally time for us to go diving. I am so excited because this is the first time we're diving since we got our license in Koh Tao, which if you want to check out that vlog, make sure you check it out. It's all going to be up here. And this is the first time we're diving in Pasikuda as well, because actually Pasikuda is not well known for diving, even though it has quite a few sites, as we have found out, quite a few shipwrecks as well that we're going to check out today. So we're going to be checking out the scene here for diving in Pasikuda with LSR Watersports, which is actually a hop, skip and a jump away from Maalu. So it only took us 5 minutes to walk here. Our first dive after getting our license in Koh Tao. I feel like I should also be checking my stuff. And we're back, guys. That was quite an interesting session, I must say. The conditions weren't the best right now because it has been raining the past couple of days. Visibility was a bit low, and to tell you the truth, it freaked me out because I've been used to diving in these really clear conditions in Koh Tao for my license. So I was like really confident expecting that, and it was quite interesting. But I'm happy that it was such and that we went ahead and did it, because now I feel a little bit more experienced. I've conquered a little bit more fear. One thing though about this dive site, during its season, it is going to be an epic dive site because of the fact that once visibility is not a problem anymore, what you have there is a massive shipwreck that, like, the whole time I was there, I was thinking, oh my god, I can't believe the size of this ship. It's so huge, and there's so many types of fish and really big fish. Lots of things to see, lots of amazing coral. Now, at some point in this series, you might have wondered, how are we, two ordinary Sri Lankans, taking nearly 2 months off to cycle around the country in the midst of an economic crisis? Shehan and I have been dabbling our hands at a number of different online skills over the past years, which have enabled us to not only earn money online, but also provide us with a location-independent lifestyle. Now, over the past 5 years, we've learned a number of skills which have helped us work with some of the best brands in our industries and open doors that we never thought were possible. And today, we want to share that opportunity with you guys as well. Skillshare is an online learning platform which has a variety of skill sets which you can learn from industry experts in a tried and tested structure that is suitable for online learning. What took us 5 years to comb through the internet and find out and learn for ourselves is all available on Skillshare in concise tutorials for you to acquire those skills in a matter of hours. Prior to starting this series, we followed the Budgeteers course on building a travel channel that stands out from the crowd. And Paddy Doyle is one of our favorite YouTubers and have inspired many of our travel vlogs before. So it's been really amazing to pick into the wealth of experience that he shares on this course. But here's the thing, it's not limited just to travel. By signing up and using our code, you will get 1 month free access to all of Skillshare's courses, whatever interests you, which will help you build a new set of skills to become more financially independent. And of course, by using this coupon code, you will also be supporting our channel so that we can continue to embark on crazy adventures such as the one we are on right now. So it is the end of another well-deserved break, and the further we go along in this journey, the more and more the frequency of breaks increase. But we've had a really great time here. Thank you to Maalu Resorts for hosting us. It's been a really amazing stay here. And now we are going to be heading to Batti. So I'll see you there. Today we are in Batticaloa, and I'm really excited to share with you a very interesting initiative that has been started here by Sewa Lanka, which is an NGO that is working here. And they are encouraging community-driven tourism, which I'm a very big fan of, because what that means is that the community not only get to preserve what's around them and is a part of their environment, but they also get to benefit from that preservation. So today we are going to be checking out one of these community-driven activities, which is an excursion into the Nasivan Island. Batticaloa is historically known as Matakalapu, and that loosely translates to muddy lagoons. And there are quite a few of those here. This specific lagoon that we are on, actually during high tide, will open up into the ocean as well, but during low tide there is a sandbar that disconnects it from the ocean. So this one is going to lead us to the island that we are going to, which is, like I said before, Nasivan. These lagoons have a thriving marine life ranging from fish, crabs, clams and oysters. Clams and oysters are very unique, I must say, but the mud crabs specifically found in these lagoons are because of the fact that these mangroves are the perfect breeding grounds for them. Sri Lankan hospitality is not reserved just to hotels and resorts. Even when you're out on an excursion like this, you get a refreshing king coconut with lime as a treat to hydration in this hot weather, and it's quite delicious, I must say. This is a very unique experience that a lot of people can't have, and I think that's why I really like it. Usually this would be the catch of the day, but we are the first guests that this community is having since the past 2 years. So we are counting in a lot of things that have happened to this island, and people are just starting to recover. So at this point where I am the first guest after 2 years, things are still just getting off the ground. But when you come, you will be having a fresh catch of the day and enjoying a meal out here on the island. They can even teach you how to cook some of the dishes if you like. You can have a very nice experience while also helping the community, and I think that is the backbone of this experience, that you'd want to have it not only to understand how the community works as a fishing community, but also to help through tourism. So we have arrived in Batticaloa, and one of the neighboring towns, Kattankudy, seems to have built up quite the reputation for its street food and a very beautiful beach as well. And unfortunately, we are here for a very short amount of time, but I really wanted to check out this famous street food that everybody seems to be talking about. So that's exactly what we are going to do now. really interesting drink here that I have never tried in my life before. This is jackfruit juice, and jackfruit is obviously a very common fruit here in Sri Lanka, but I've never tried the juice version of it. This is my first time here in Kattankudy. Oh my god, that is so good. That's everything I expected it to be. You are having the smoothie.
Yes.
Smoothie.
Yeah.
Please tell us, how does the smoothie taste?
It's very tasty, and this is also first time for us.
Yes. So they are also learning new things.
Yeah. So
By the way,
thank
these are the guys from Batti, Sewa, the Sri Lanka, no?
Yeah.
Sri Lanka. So they're showing us around Batti. So thank you guys, and cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
So nice. I've never had a mango faluda before. It's so nice. It's like a faluda, but then you also have that mango flavor to it.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's better. And it has fresh mangoes, like cut up pieces of mangoes.
Okay, so now we are trying out fried manioc, which supposedly, and I think this is true, you can only find here in the East Coast and in Kattankudy where we are having it right now. So we have on this dish, it is a vegetarian dish. You have the manioc, the fried manioc, which by the way he takes each piece, squishes it in a paper and a newspaper to make sure that it's the right consistency, and if it's not, he chucks it aside. So each one of these maniocs have been selected by him, hand-picked to make the perfect dish. You also have the garnishes of onions and manioc chips, and you have some curry, and you have a spice mix of like chili and I think garlic salt. And the interesting thing that makes this dish vegetarian friendly is this, which is like a vegetarian cutlet that's made out of flour as well as some spices and some green vegetables. I can see onion and all. So I'm going to try it now. The gravy is the interesting part as well. That's superb. There's like a limey taste as well, and when you have it with the manioc and the crunch of the manioc plus the onions give a very fresh flavor. And now let's try the most interesting thing for me, this veggie cutlet, which by the way is an authentic dish here, not something that they whipped up for vegetarians specifically. It's soft with a crispy edge on the outside. There's a nice almost cutletty flavor, and everything comes together with this flavor of lime and freshness and spice. That's very nice. Also, one more thing about this dish that we've been told is that it's usually a dish that is had locally as kind of like a bite or like a starter, and it kind of gets all the juices flowing for the main meal. So delicious. I can't believe this is the first time in my life I'm trying this. So Shahan is trying an extra given by the chefs in the kitchen. It is a beef soup.
Oh wow! I can't describe it. It's really good.
Smells like rasam.
It's not like rasam. It has a meaty flavor.
It's a beef soup.
Yeah, it's a beef soup. It has a meaty flavor, but also really tasty.
He also mentioned that there was coriander and all the herbs in it.
Wow, really nice. Okay, so the owner just gave us a huge chunk of beef, which is specially made with this soup, I'm guessing. Yeah, apparently it's cooked over hours to get this flavor. The soup is so good. I'm not a fan of
Unusual cuts of meat.
unusual cuts of meat, but yeah,
What is it?
it's a lot of fat, to be honest.
That's where the flavor is.
That's where the flavor is. I'm not the biggest fan of the fat normally, but it's nice. So this is a special preparation of beef. It's like dried, cured beef.
And it's very nutritious, you said, no?
It has a really nice look at this.
It has a really nice?
It has a nice seasoning in it that you only get after you bite into it a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
It's very smoky too.
Yeah, 5,000 1 kilo.
5,000, 1 kilo. So kilo is 5,000. But my God, it's amazing. Sorry. Oh, thank you.
Jumping straight in from our street food activity in Kattankudy, we are going into another cultural experience, and this one is very unique because it can't really be found anywhere else in Sri Lanka except in Batticaloa. We are here with the Batticaloa Burgher community. So the Burgher community are descendants of the Portuguese settlers here in Sri Lanka, and they have preserved their culture, and there is a large community of them that live here in Batticaloa, and we can have a cultural experience where they share their food, their dance, and a little bit of their history and language with us as well. So let's go into one of the homes of the native Batticaloa Burghers and see what they have in store for us.
They do some YouTubes, you understand, we understand a little. They have a YouTube team, and they came by bicycle.
Cycling
around the country.
Our North Tapapia Portuguese. Just isti minha mulher. Motias teravi walachen. Eu aqui Batticaloa pesa. Eu ala pasirivi andoras de motiapa disei ficate. Sonama. Eu ia casa. Dos pesantan disei ficamaya casa. Nós para duas crianças têm, família crianças. Dois estão com o mundo e a casar.
So what we just saw was the traditional dance form of the Burgher community here in Batticaloa, which is the Kafrinya dance. So part of this experience is that you not only get to see their traditional dance, how they dress for the dance, all of that, but you also get to try some of the traditional Portuguese dishes. So we have here patties as well as cutlets, which we believe were introduced to Sri Lanka by the Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but this is some of the main things.
We're having a half.
Yes,
sort of thing
we're having a quick thing because we are only like scratching the surface of what the community has in terms of its culture, because we are exploring while we're on our cycling trip. But we will definitely be back for a full deep dive.
Yes.
Very interesting for us. So we have here, usually I think the main dishes would be in beef, but we have egg cutlets as well as veggie patties, because yours truly is vegetarian and destroying communities by forcing them to make vegetarian dishes. But what's really interesting is that they also have their own wine. So we have here a Nelly wine that is made at home, as well as a grape wine. So we are going to try both of these.